Let's move on to relationships, Ken. The
Yeah.
Nagami of relationships. And I'm going to quote you here. You write, in order to achieve Nagami in relationships, it is important to be emotionally balanced. And in this regard, Japanese people have a unique set of life hacks. What are some of these life hacks?
Now, this would depend on person to person. So I cannot be too general about that. But I do think, for example, not contradicting somebody. I mean, even when he or she is telling an obvious lie, you don't, you don't say you are a liar or I mean, just smile enigmatically, like in Japanese way, and you just let it go. I mean, I think one of the most useful ideas that probably would help Western people to understand Japanese psyche is this distinction between Honne and Tatemae. Honne is the true heart of yourself, and Tatemae is something that you would say to keep social appearances. And the Japanese are really good at, making use of Honne, Tatemae. So as you know, if we are great friends, and if we go to izakaya, for example, together, we would be speaking from our true heart, right? I mean, Honne. But when you are with somebody whom you are not very familiar with, or some important people, then you wouldn't actually let out your Honne, true heart. You would use social preferences, and this, would be present in any society. But I would say that it's fair to say that in Japan, this art of communication has developed to such sophistication that any Japanese can, use this. And maybe as an expatriate, maybe you have had some experiences where you can't actually tell what this person's honne, true heart is, until you really get to know that person well.
Yeah, I've witnessed a friend switch. I've been with a friend. We've been having fun, casually talking, and we were rounding a corner, and then he saw a customer, and he switched into this tatemae mode, and he's bowing and adomo, and he was saying all these things and being very polite.
Yeah.
And then a few minutes later, I actually asked him, said, "Wow, you just changed into a different person." And I said, "Is that hard to do?" And he's like, "Oh, it's just normal." But I really noticed that one day, and it sort of made me think, wow, Japanese, they have all these social cues where they kind of really have to adapt and adjust their behavior because of these relationships. And I later discovered it was, honne tatemae. So it's quite useful, I think.
It is useful, and the real pleasure of getting to know somebody is when you start talking with honne, true heart. And that's when you can tell that you have really become a great friend with this person.